A Life of Promise. The Early Years of Wilfred Hoffman. Wilfred Hoffman was born into a world of privilege and opportunity. Growing up in post-war Germany, he excelled in his studies, demonstrating a keen intellect and thirst for knowledge. His interests were broad, encompassing history, languages, and international affairs. It was this last area that would come to define his early career. Driven by a desire to understand different cultures, Wilfred pursued a career in diplomacy. His talent for languages, particularly his mastery of Arabic, marked him as a rising star. He was soon assigned to postings in the Middle East, a region teeming with a rich tapestry of history, culture, and religion. Little did he know, this assignment would change his life forever. Encounters in the East. A budding diplomat's first brush with Islam. This journey was not just a professional assignment for Wilfred, but a deeply personal exploration into a world vastly different from his own. Wilfred's diplomatic duties brought him into contact with people from all walks of life. From high-ranking officials to humble shopkeepers, each person he met offered a unique perspective on the rich tapestry of Middle Eastern culture. He navigated the bustling marketplaces and serene mosques, each interaction weaving a new thread into his understanding of the Arab world. The vibrant colors, the aromatic spices, and the melodic call to prayer created an atmosphere that was both enchanting and enlightening. He engaged in lively discussions with scholars, diplomats, and everyday people. These conversations were not just about politics or economics, but also about philosophy, spirituality, and the essence of human existence. Their warmth, hospitality, and deep faith made a lasting impression. Sharing meals, stories, and laughter, Wilfred felt a sense of belonging that transcended cultural and religious boundaries. He witnessed firsthand the profound impact of Islam on the lives of the people he encountered. The daily rhythm of prayers, the communal gatherings, and the celebrations of faith were integral to their way of life. Their devotion, their commitment to prayer, and their unwavering belief in a power greater than themselves sparked a curiosity within him. He began to question his own beliefs and the secular values he had always taken for granted. He began to see Islam not just as a religion, but as a complete way of life, one that fostered a strong sense of community and moral grounding. The sense of unity and mutual support among the people was something he deeply admired. It was a stark contrast to the secularism that permeated his own upbringing, and he found himself drawn to its simplicity and depth. This experience was not just about understanding a new culture, but also about discovering new dimensions of his own identity and beliefs. The journey had only just begun, and Wilfred knew that his first brush with Islam would leave an indelible mark on his life. The Quran's call seeds of doubt sown in fertile ground. Intrigued by this new world opening up before him, Wilfred began to study Islam more deeply. He was captivated by the richness and depth of the Islamic tradition, which seemed to offer answers to questions he had long pondered. He delved into books on Islamic history, philosophy, and theology. Each book he read opened new vistas of understanding, challenging his preconceived notions and broadening his intellectual horizons. He attended lectures and sought out conversations with Islamic scholars, eager to understand the faith from its own perspective, free from the distortions and prejudices that often colored Western views. These interactions were enlightening, offering him a glimpse into the profound wisdom and spirituality that underpinned the Islamic faith. It was during this period of intense intellectual exploration that he first encountered the Quran. The holy book of Islam, with its poetic verses and profound teachings, captivated his mind and soul. He approached it with the same academic rigor he applied to all his studies, but he was unprepared for the profound impact it would have on him. The Quran's verses spoke to him in a way that no other text had ever done, stirring something deep within his heart. The words of the Quran resonated with him on a level he had never experienced before. They seemed to address the very core of his being, offering clarity and insight into the mysteries of existence. He found himself questioning his own beliefs, his own assumptions about the world. The more he read, the more he realized how little he truly understood about life, faith, and the divine. The seeds of doubt had been sown. These seeds, however, were not just about doubt, they were also seeds of curiosity, of a deep yearning to uncover the truth. As he continued his journey, these seeds began to grow, leading him down a path of spiritual discovery and transformation. Wrestling with Revelation Surah Al-An'am and the Weight of Truth. This chapter delves into the profound impact of divine revelation on the human soul, exploring the transformative power of the Quranic message. Among the many verses that stirred his soul, one stood out with particular force. Surah Al-An'am, verse 164. This verse, with its profound declaration of God's oneness and the futility of associating partners with him, resonated deeply within him. This verse, which speaks of God's indivisible nature and the futility of ascribing partners to him, struck a chord deep within Wilfred. It was as if the verse was speaking directly to his innermost thoughts and beliefs, challenging him to reconsider his understanding of divinity. It challenged the very foundations of his worldview. The verse prompted him to question the beliefs he had held for so long, leading to a period of intense introspection and self-examination. He grappled with the implications of this verse, spending countless hours in contemplation. The more he pondered, the more he realized the depth and significance of the message contained within the Quran. Could it be that the truth he had been seeking, the truth that seemed so elusive, was right there in front of him? This realization brought a sense of clarity and purpose to his life, as he began to see the Quran not just as a religious text but as a guide for living a meaningful and fulfilling life. The more he studied the Quran, the more he realized that its message was not just relevant to the 7th century Arabia in which it was revealed, but to all times and all places. Its timeless wisdom and universal principles spoke to the human condition, transcending cultural and historical boundaries. Its message of social justice, ethical conduct, and submission to a higher power resonated deeply with his own values. He saw the Quran as a source of guidance and inspiration, offering solutions to the challenges faced by individuals and societies alike. The teachings of the Quran encouraged him to strive for a just and compassionate world where the dignity and rights of all people are upheld. Through his journey with Surah Al-An'am, Wilfred discovered a profound connection to the divine, one that transcended the boundaries of time and space. This connection brought him a sense of peace and fulfillment, as he embraced the weight of truth and the transformative power of revelation. Section 5. A Leap of Faith, Embracing Islam and the Name Murad. Wilfred's journey was not without its internal struggles. He wrestled with his doubts, his fears, and the potential consequences of embracing a faith so different from his own. He knew that converting to Islam would have a profound impact on his life, his career, and his relationships. Yet, the pull of truth was too strong to resist. After a period of deep reflection and soul-searching, Wilfred made the momentous decision to convert to Islam. He took on the name Murad, a name that signified his newfound faith and his desire for a life guided by Islamic principles. Section 6. The Price of Conviction, Navigating Societal and Familial Fallout. Murad's conversion was met with mixed reactions. Some colleagues and friends were supportive, respecting his right to choose his own path. Others, however, struggled to understand. He faced skepticism, prejudice, and even outright hostility. His decision challenged their preconceived notions about Islam and forced them to confront their own biases. His family too grappled with his decision. They worried about his safety, his future, and the societal stigma he might face. Yet Murad remained steadfast in his faith. He responded to their concerns with patience and understanding, explaining the reasons behind his conversion and the profound impact Islam had had on his life. Section 7. A Life Transformed, Finding Peace and Purpose in Islam. Despite the challenges he faced, Murad found immense peace and fulfillment in his newfound faith. He embraced the 5 pillars of Islam faith: prayer, charity, fasting, and pilgrimage, with sincerity and devotion. These practices, far from being restrictive, provided him with a framework for a meaningful and purpose-driven life. He found solace in the Quran's message of hope, forgiveness, and compassion. He dedicated himself to deepening his understanding of Islam, becoming a scholar in his own right. He lectured widely, sharing his insights into the Quran and Islamic teachings with both Muslim and non-Muslim audiences. Section 8. A Bridge of Understanding, Wilfred Hoffman's Legacy. Wilfred Hoffman's journey from German diplomat to devout Muslim is a testament to the transformative power of faith. His story challenges us to look beyond stereotypes and prejudices, to engage with different cultures and beliefs with an open mind and a compassionate heart. His life's work became dedicated to building bridges of understanding between the Islamic world and the West. He recognized the importance of dialogue and mutual respect in breaking down barriers and fostering peaceful coexistence. His legacy continues to inspire people from all walks of life, reminding us that truth can be found in the most unexpected places. Section 9. Conclusion, Inspiration in Unexpected Places. Wilfred Hoffman's story is a powerful reminder that the search for truth is a deeply personal and often challenging journey. It is a journey that can lead us to unexpected places and challenge our deeply held beliefs. But as Murad's life so eloquently demonstrates, it is a journey worth taking. For in that journey we may find a truth that sets us free, a truth that gives our lives meaning and purpose. His story serves as a beacon of hope and inspiration, reminding us that even in a world often divided by difference, the power of faith and the pursuit of understanding can build bridges and illuminate a
Murad Wilfred Hoffman, born in 1931, led a life that transcended borders and boundaries. Born into a Catholic family in Germany, his early years were marked by World War II. This period sowed the seeds of questioning in young Hoffman's mind. His professional life took him on a unique path. He joined the German diplomatic service, exposed to diverse cultures. His postings in Morocco and Algeria were transformative. He encountered Islam as a way of life that resonated deeply. In 1980, at 49, Hoffman embraced Islam. This decision affirmed the truth he discovered. His conversion marked a new chapter, dedicated to sharing Islam's beauty. Hoffman's journey is a testament to seeking truth. It highlights the courage to embrace a new path, even later in life. His story inspires those seeking meaning in a complex world. Hoffman's seminal work, Islam, the Alternative, published in 1982, became a cornerstone of contemporary Islamic thought. The book emerged from his own experiences and reflections on the state of the Muslim world. It was more than just an introduction to Islam. It was a call to action. Hoffman argued that the true essence of Islam had been obscured by centuries of cultural accretions. He believed that the Muslim world had become too focused on imitating the West. Islam, the Alternative, presented a vision of Islam rooted in its core principles of social justice and spiritual awareness. Hoffman believed these principles offered a viable alternative to the materialism plaguing the modern world. Murad Hoffman recognized the importance of dialogue in a world increasingly marked by division and mistrust. He became a tireless advocate for interfaith understanding, believing that meaningful engagement between faiths was crucial for peaceful coexistence. Hoffman's approach to interfaith dialogue was not about diluting or compromising one's beliefs. Instead, he emphasized the importance of respectful listening, honest sharing, and a genuine desire to understand the perspectives of others. He believed that such encounters could lead to mutual respect, dispel stereotypes, and foster a sense of shared humanity. He participated in numerous interfaith conferences and dialogues, engaging with scholars and religious leaders from various backgrounds. His efforts were driven by a firm belief in the power of dialogue to bridge divides and build bridges of understanding. Hoffman's legacy in the field of interfaith relations continues to inspire individuals and organizations working towards a more peaceful and just world. Central to Hoffman's vision for a revitalized Islam was the importance of education. He believed that a return to the intellectual dynamism that had characterized early Islam was essential for the Muslim world to reclaim its rightful place as a source of knowledge and progress. Hoffman was critical of what he saw as stagnation and intellectual complacency within many segments of the Muslim community. He called for a renewed emphasis on critical thinking, scientific inquiry, and engagement with the broader world of knowledge. He believed that education was not merely about acquiring information, but about cultivating critical minds capable of independent thought and contributing to the betterment of society. He stressed the need for Muslims to be active participants in shaping the future, not passive recipients of knowledge dictated by others. His call for educational reform resonated deeply with many, particularly the younger generation eager to contribute to their communities and the world at large. Hoffman's emphasis on education continues to inspire efforts aimed at revitalizing Islamic thought and fostering intellectual curiosity within the Muslim world. Hoffman was a vocal critic of what he perceived as the pervasive individualism of Western societies. He argued that this emphasis on individual pursuits over collective well-being was antithetical to the Islamic spirit of community and social responsibility. He believed that Islam offered a more balanced perspective, one that recognized the importance of individual growth while emphasizing the interconnectedness of humanity and the importance of working together for the common good. Hoffman saw the Muslim community, the Ummah, as a powerful force for positive change, capable of addressing social ills and promoting justice. He argued that Muslims needed to move beyond narrow self-interest and embrace a more collective spirit, one rooted in compassion, empathy, and a commitment to uplifting the most vulnerable members of society. Hoffman's critique of individualism and his emphasis on collective action resonated with many who felt disillusioned by the social inequalities and injustices prevalent in the world. His message continues to inspire those seeking to build more just and equitable societies. Section 6. Navigating Criticism. Hoffman's response to controversy. Murad Hoffman's outspoken views and critiques of both Western and Islamic societies did not come without controversy. He faced criticism from some quarters within the Muslim community, who accused him of being too critical of traditional interpretations of Islam and too accommodating to Western perspectives. Others questioned his views on the integration of Muslims in Western societies, accusing him of promoting assimilation over the preservation of distinct cultural and religious identities. Hoffman, however, remained steadfast in his convictions. He believed that honest self-reflection and engagement with diverse viewpoints were essential for the growth and evolution of any society, including the Muslim community. He responded to criticism with grace and intellectual rigor, engaging in respectful dialogue and defending his positions with reasoned arguments. He never shied away from difficult conversations, believing that open and honest discourse was crucial for addressing misunderstandings and fostering greater understanding. Hoffman's willingness to engage with his critics, even those who vehemently disagreed with him, serves as a model for constructive dialogue in an age of polarization and echo chambers. Section 7. Integration or Isolation. Debating the Muslim path in the West. One of the most debated aspects of Hoffman's legacy is his stance on the integration of Muslims in Western societies. While he advocated for Muslims to be active and engaged citizens, contributing to the betterment of their communities, he also cautioned against assimilation that would erase their distinct religious and cultural identities. Hoffman believed that Muslims could maintain their faith and traditions, while also embracing the positive aspects of Western culture, such as its emphasis on education, innovation, and civic engagement. He argued for a nuanced approach, one that rejected both isolationism and assimilation, instead advocating for a path of integration that allowed Muslims to be true to their faith while contributing to the broader society. This perspective resonated with many Muslims navigating the complexities of living in Western societies. However, it also drew criticism from those who believed that any form of integration represented a compromise of Islamic values and principles. The debate surrounding integration versus isolation remains a complex and evolving one, with no easy answers. Hoffman's nuanced perspective continues to provide valuable insights for navigating this ongoing challenge. Section 8. The Enduring Questions. Truth, Authenticity, and Transformation. Murad Wilfred Hoffman's life and work pose enduring questions about the nature of truth, the importance of authenticity, and the transformative power of embracing new perspectives. His journey from German diplomat to Muslim scholar challenges us to question our own assumptions, to be open to the possibility of truth existing beyond familiar boundaries. His emphasis on living an authentic life, rooted in one's values and principles, resonates deeply in a world often driven by superficiality and external validation. Hoffman's story reminds us that true fulfillment comes from aligning our actions with our beliefs and striving to live a life of purpose and meaning. His embrace of Islam, a faith far removed from his upbringing, highlights the transformative potential of encountering different cultures and belief systems. It encourages us to approach the unfamiliar with curiosity and an open mind, recognizing that such encounters can lead to profound personal growth and a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Section 9. A Life of Purpose. Hoffman's Enduring Impact. Murad Wilfred Hoffman's legacy extends far beyond his writings and lectures. His life itself serves as a testament to the power of seeking truth, embracing change, and dedicating oneself to a cause greater than oneself. He inspired countless individuals to explore Islam, fostered greater understanding between faiths, and challenged Muslims to reclaim their intellectual heritage and contribute to the betterment of society. His work continues to spark debate and discussion, prompting critical reflection on the challenges and opportunities facing the Muslim world and its place in a rapidly changing global landscape. Hoffman's unwavering commitment to dialogue, understanding, and the pursuit of truth remains as relevant today as it was during his lifetime. His life serves as a reminder that one person, driven by conviction and a passion for justice, can make a profound difference in the world. As we navigate an increasingly complex and interconnected world, Murad Wilfred Hoffman's legacy offers valuable lessons in bridge building, understanding, and the pursuit of a more just and equitable